She's essentially said her coach doesn't want her to play her game. And it's very clear that the Indiana Fever don't want Caitlin to be Caitlin.
I think that everyone saw that we kind of got some flow when Kate was hurt and our offense was clicking. But now we have to have a new offense when she's in there because she's...
Whoa, hold up.
Sophie Cunningham has reached her breaking point, and she's finally speaking out. The Indiana Fever guard just unleashed an explosive claim that's rocking the WNBA. She believes Stephanie White is holding the team back by trying to fit Caitlin Clark into a traditional system instead of building the entire offense around her unique talent.
Stephanie White, you deserve the Dodo Bird of the Day award. Yeah, I said what I said, and it is what it is. How you gonna say in a post interview, you gonna say that you trying to reintegrate CC, my precious CC, into an offense? What? She's the superstar. That means you should be trying to integrate all the other players, not CC.
Something is clearly wrong in Indiana. Caitlin Clark has been hinting in interviews that she's being played out of position and forced to develop in roles that don't suit her game at all. And that raises a huge question. Why would any team do that to their best player? Usually, you build the entire system around a superstar. But that's not the approach Stephanie White seems to be taking. And now Sophie Cunningham is stepping forward, exposing what's really happening behind the Indiana Fever's closed doors. And if what she's saying is true, this situation is about to explode.
This is how you treat your prized possession? This is how you treat your cash cow? This is how you treat your savior? This is how you treat the young woman responsible for elevating this unbelievably rancid...
The moment Sophie Cunningham stepped in front of the microphone after practice, the entire narrative shifted. With one statement, she tore through Stephanie White's slow-tempo philosophy. Cunningham made it clear that the Indiana Fever shouldn't be trying to fit Caitlin Clark into an old system. Instead, the system should be built around Clark's generational talent.
Today, salute to Sophie Cunningham. Not only does she stand up for Caitlin Clark on the court, but she stands up for Caitlin Clark in the media as well. While Caitlin Clark gets pushed around, thrown to the floor during games, and teammates are standing there just looking, not doing anything, Sophie Cunningham will do something. While other players get a microphone put in front of them, doing their media interviews, while they regurgitate the same nonsense, the same word salad that Stephanie White lies says, Sophie Cunningham will say, no.
This wasn't just a defense, it was a statement. Sophie Cunningham stepped up and made it clear she believes Caitlin Clark is being completely misused. In doing so, she took a direct shot at the coaching philosophy of Stephanie White. The tone, the confidence, the attitude, it all screamed one thing. She meant every word. And the bigger question now is why the WNBA feels like a team project where nobody's reading the same playbook. Because in Cunningham's eyes, the truth is obvious. Clark is the playbook.
Man, I think that everyone saw that we kind of got some flow when Kate was hurt and our offense was clicking. But now we have to have a new offense when
Now we have to have a new offense. Translation, Stephanie White, that shit that you're trotting out there, that motion offense garbage that you're trotting out there ain't gonna fly with a generational talent like Caitlin Clark. She's that damn good.
When Kate was hurt and our offense was clicking, but now we have to have a new offense when she's in there because she just brings that much to the game, and so we have to adjust.
Before we go further, make sure you subscribe, because this is where things get confusing. In her own post-game interview, Stephanie White admitted the team is at its best when Caitlin Clark has the ball and controls the offense. When Clark is the main decision maker, everything clicks. But instead of leaning into that formula, White slows the pace, changes the structure, and pulls Clark out of the center of the action. And when the offense stalls, suddenly everyone's wondering what went wrong.
Caitlin Clark's return, in which, since this is a lady we're talking about, it looks like Stephanie White has spaded Caitlin Clark, for lack of a better way of putting it. If it was a dude, I'd say neutered, but, you get my point. She has taken away Caitlin Clark's greatest asset, which is the creator and instigator of offense.
Sophie Cunningham didn't just defend Caitlin Clark. She basically challenged the entire offensive logic of the Indiana Fever. She said what a lot of fans, and honestly anyone with a decent basketball IQ, can see. Give Caitlin the ball. Whatever system the Fever are trying to run right now, it's clearly not working. Sophie practically spelled it out. Let Caitlin do what Caitlin does. Because the truth is simple. The arena's selling out, the overpriced jerseys flying off shelves, the crowds chanting like it's a championship parade. That's not because of some beautiful 5-player motion offense. It's because of Caitlin Clark. She's the engine. She's the gravity. She's the system. At this point you could line up 4 traffic cones and Fever jerseys next to her and the building would still sell out. Fans aren't paying to watch backdoor cuts and screen assists. They're paying to watch Caitlin Clark run the show in the WNBA. And Sophie Cunningham just said the quiet part out loud.
Stephanie White, you deserve the Dodo Bird of the Day award. How do you want my precious Cece to play defense every possession? Full out? Ain't no way. I played ball. Ain't nobody playing defense every possession unless you just great at defense and that's your job. You hear me? Don't you know she is an offensive player? You hear me? She scores. She facilitates. So she have to control and reserve her energy when it matters the most.
Sophie Cunningham is making it clear that Caitlin Clark isn't being valued the way a generational talent should be. And here's where things start to feel almost unbelievable. Instead of Clark running the offense, the ball is often being brought up the court by Ari McDonald. Yes, you heard that right. The player who shattered college basketball attendance records and transformed the spotlight around women's basketball is sometimes left standing off to the side while someone else initiates the offense. For a player with Clark's vision and playmaking ability, that raises a lot of eyebrows. There have been multiple moments during games where Clark visibly shows frustration, throwing her arms up when the ball doesn't come back her way. Cameras have caught those reactions in real time, especially in sequences where teammates like Natasha Howard keep the play moving without resetting through her. Those clips spread across social media almost instantly, sparking debates about body language, leadership, and the chemistry inside the Indiana Fever locker room. Because at this point, it's not just basketball anymore. It's basketball drama playing out in front of millions of viewers, and Clark is at the center of it all. The star attraction, the playmaker everyone came to see, and the player the entire conversation keeps circling back to in the WNBA.
It puts out a lineup yesterday. Aaron McDonald starting at point. Kelsey Mitchell's at shooting guard. Caitlin Clark's at small forward. And I'm like, what is going on? Are we trying smaller lineups? I guess, okay, but are we doing a point forward situation? Is that what we're doing? We're doing a LeBron James point forward. No, the hell we ain't. We ain't. We're just running the same old, I want to say same old offense, but I don't know what that offense is.
In the post-practice interviews, Sophie Cunningham delivered the kind of reality check that nobody in the room really wanted to hear, but everyone probably needed to. She explained it plainly. When Caitlin Clark was out, the offense found a certain rhythm. But the moment Clark returns, everything has to change, because she brings that much impact to the floor. And that's exactly the point. Instead of designing the offense around a once-in-a-generation talent, it sometimes feels like there's an effort to fit her in. Like her presence requires some kind of system approval rather than being the foundation of the system itself. But Clark isn't a supporting role. She isn't a long-term development project. She's the blueprint, the main attraction. The player who changes how the entire game is played when she steps on the court. Cunningham even hinted at a deeper issue when she described players looking like they were on their own islands instead of operating as one unit. And that image says a lot about what's happening with the Indiana Fever right now. Because when a team starts looking disconnected, like everyone is paddling in different directions, the chemistry disappears, trust starts to fade, and the offense turns into a collection of individuals instead of a coordinated system. Which raises the bigger question hanging over the WNBA right now. How do you build a team around a generational star without losing the balance that makes the team work in the first place? And judging by the conversation surrounding Clark and the Fever, that's the puzzle everyone is trying to solve.